Hi, it's Alice Wheaton again. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to talk today about some of the reasons why clients will sign on with us and sign off with us. Salespeople make the assumption when they're in a meeting that the client is completely engaged 100% of the time. And nothing could be further from the truth. Let's all admit it, that we're not engaged 100% of the time when we're in meetings with people, our bosses, our friends, our family, or our prospects. And so one of the reasons why clients disengage is because we don't speak and don't act in a leadership manner. When they're going to invest in us, they want to invest in someone that they see as a leader, someone who can help them should there be problems. If you are an over-talker, if you're an over-promise and under-deliver to them, then they know that you're not trustworthy. And so I want to show you today how to up-level your conversation so that your clients can see you as completely trustworthy and that they will sign on and hardly ever sign off. One of the ways to get them to sign on is to use positioning statements. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are an engineer and you want to talk to a client about a new process that's happening. And you say to the client, "Hi, it's John calling, and the reason I'm calling is that I understand that you are as an expert in your field from a buyer's point of view. You understand what it is that you're looking for. And you also understand where there are gaps in your knowledge. Well, I'm an expert from a provider point of view. And I too am looking at and understanding what gaps in my knowledge there are. And so what I'd like to do is meet with you so that we could talk about mission critical, for instance, from each of our point of view. And I would imagine that you'll have 3 or 4 things that I will learn and that you will learn 3 or 4 things from me that you didn't know before. Maybe there will be no opportunity for us to do business, but at least we'll grow wiser together. So how does, next Thursday at 2 sound for you, if this will work for you? And so what happens is that within that script I just said, within that conversation, there are some key elements of signing on. The last one I said, if this will work for you, is that we always give people choice. It's okay to say no to us. When we give people the right to say no, actually, they are much more receptive. Number 2, we challenge them by saying, you know what, I probably have 3 or 4 bases of knowledge about mission critical that you don't have from a supplier point of view. But on the other hand, you've got these 3 or 4 pieces of knowledge that I don't have from a user point of view. Look, we both know that this is an emerging and ever-changing marketplace. And so if we can get together and talk about what I know and you know, then we'll both be at an advantage. So what happened is that I positioned what I wanted. What I really wanted is the meeting. I wanted a meeting with that prospect. But I needed to position the reason why I wanted to meet them with a statement that was compelling to him. And when we make a call and we're able to present a reason to meet us that has some value and is compelling to them, then what we're going to get, of course, is a yes. And if you make 20 calls like this with valuable positioning statements, I guarantee you're going to get at least 15 appointments. Those 15 appointments will help you meet your budget this year and take you from, if you're whatever level you are now, 2 levels higher. So why wouldn't you do this? Well, one reason why salespeople don't change is because it's uncomfortable to change. But it takes 3 or 4 times repeating it and practicing it. And you never ever do anything perfectly. I've never met a salesperson that executed on any of my protocols perfectly. I don't. In fact, when I go through my competencies, I only rate myself the highest is I ever rate any competence 8 out of 10. And the reason is that I want to keep learning. And that's why this particular engineer wanted to meet with his client, is that he wanted to learn about the client's point of view. I hope that you have great success using these positioning statements, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy, productive selling. Bye for now.